Good morning in America here, and good evening to Dr. Kim Nguyen in Vietnam. He's on the road and he joined our live stream today. And Sir Hajalan, head of the school in Laguna School in the Philippines, Sarangani province. I'm so proud to have you two joining us today in our very, very important topic with Build School Foundation. As you know, Build School Foundation is a nonprofit charity 501c3 in America, and in 8 years we have built and funded 164 schools in 9 countries around the world. Vietnam, of course, is my native country, my home country there. So we built a lot in Vietnam. Cambodia is our number 2. We built over 30 schools with Sipman and her father over the last 3 years. Very, very proud of that. And also we built in Philippines. We built in India, Kenya, Tanzania, Cameroon, and of course, we funded scholarship in Vietnam, in America as well. But I think one of the questions that we keep get asked over and over and over is how do you raise funds? Because fundraising is a very, very important aspect of building school. And I think that's the topic that I'm going to share with some of you. I have a short presentation that I'm going to share with some of you, and then I will have Dr. Kim Nguyen to monitor all the questions that we might have in Vietnam. We have Sir Hajalan monitor all the questions we might have from the Philippines, and I also invite Kamal from India, and I also invite Sipman from Cambodia. So definitely will be an international forum here. So without further delay, I'm going to jump in and start sharing with you the PowerPoint I prepare. And these are the 3 secrets why we're so successful in the last 8 years to fundraising. And you cannot do charity without, be a very good fundraiser. That's just almost impossible. So with that, I'm going to start right into the presentation here. I'm going to switch it so you all can see. All right. So most of you probably fully aware that Vietnam just got hit with a very major typhoon at a level 3 Yagi, and people are struggling. But the problem is that right now, if you go into ask fundraising for building school in Vietnam, you will have a hard time because everybody will say, "Hey, why do I want to need to go build school while people are flooded with no houses, with no food, with everything?" So you can see that many, many provinces in Vietnam going through this problem right now. That would not stop our Build School Foundation mission to raising fund. You just need to figure out how to send or share your message effectively so people understand that, oh, that's important to save people, it's important to feed people, it's important to rescue people and feed people, but it's very important because a month or 2 later, after you take care of that part, a lot of schools, a lot of children will need to be, their school will get damaged. You gotta be able to fix their school. You gotta get their books. They gotta get their school supply. There will be a lot of things that you need to do. So just depend on the story that you want to share and what the message you want to share. You need to be ready for that. So the 3 skills that I'm going to ask all of you today to really pay attention to when you are a fundraiser. These are 3 questions that you need to ask. And surprisingly, they all begin with letter S. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I'm going to go through. And you need to evaluate what are your skills, where is your level of these 3 skills when you think about fundraising. The first question I really want you to ask is skills to cash. You cannot keep coming in and ask people, to donate to you without offer them anything in return, right? This is one of the very, very important skills that I train a lot of my fundraisers. And Dr. Kim Nguyen from Vietnam, he's an expert at this skill. He has a PhD He have, on the NLP certified, he can train people. He have a training company, and a lot of time he trains company, and then in return, the people that receive his training can donate the money to Build School Foundation Vietnam chapter. Or he can take a part of his salary or his earning from training, and then he donate to Build School Foundation Vietnam chapter, right? In America, this is exactly what I do. Last month, I went to give a 20-minute speech at UCSD, that alma mater, that's the school that I graduated from, that's the top 10 schools in the countries and in the world. And in that 20 minutes to give them a talk about compassionate leadership, talk about AI, talk about how we can apply, compassionate leadership into the world of AI nowadays. For that 20-minute keynote, speech that I delivered for UCSD, they gave us $5,000. So instead of $5,000 to receive that money for myself, for my LFA Solutions, company, I donate that money. We don't call it a fee or investment. In university term, they use the term honorarium, meaning you do something, they pay you, but they use the term honorarium in the university environment. And we donate that money to the Cambodia. We build a school, 160 second. That's our school, 160 second in Cambodia with that $5,000. Okay, and there will be more example that how you can use the skills that you have to go build school, right? So the first question you have to ask yourself, what kind of skills myself or my team can offer to our donors? You cannot just go and ask people for donation all the time. They will get tired from that. So the key is that you have to offer, I'm really good with leadership. I'm really good with operations for business. I'm really good with coaching people. And all the students that I coach in Vietnam, in America, in anywhere around the world, the only thing I ask for them is that in return, you need to donate to build school, and we can build school, and then we will dedicate those schools to you. So those are the things that we give them opportunity to do good. We offer them opportunity to learn from us, a lot of operation experience that we have. So those are the first questions that I want to challenge all of you to ask your team or yourself. What skill do I have? What skill can I offer to people? And what skill that I can say, hey, if I can do this for you, you can donate to help me fundraise for this project. Okay, don't just simply go ask for donation, because people will be tired by that question. And right now, let's say in Vietnam, you go ask people for donation, they will feel so tired because they've been hitting with so many organizations asking for donation. So what skill you have that can turn into cash to help build school foundation or your project? That's the first skill that you need to ask yourself. Either you speak, you teach, you dance, you MC, you go, clean people's house, you wash people's cars, whatever the skill you have, you need to make sure you offer some value, some benefit to it. So that's the first skill. The second skill is that when you go and approach people, you need to tell a good story. You cannot just say, oh, I'm raising funds to build this school because this school is poor. There is 4 billion of poor people in the world, and that story is not good enough. Okay? You cannot just go tell you poor and you really try to help the poor children. Not enough. You need to have a compelling story, right? I can share with you a very specific story later on of one of the students in Central Vietnam that I just tried to do. She is the central story in our ability to raise 10 scholarships to give it to the world. And she is a very phenomenal student, college student, third year. She studied to become a math teacher, and she has such a wonderful story that when I share her stories with all the potential donors, I have no problem to get donation from them. So that's the story that I'm going to share with you. So back to you, what stories do you have to share with your potential donors that they will feel empathy, that will feel touch, and they will feel this is the person, this is the story, this is the case that I really want to donate. So you really need to go figure out that story, because if you don't have that stories, you just waste a lot of time and you go around and you're not getting what you want, because people understand that there are people, suffer from, national, I mean, nature disaster, from storm, from floods, from fire, from, earthquake. It's so many stories out there. You need to make it personal and something people can relate it to. Okay, the last tip that I'm going to share with you to be a successful fundraiser is that you need to go hit other people that care about social responsibility, givers or donors. So they really have to be the donor that care about social responsibility. What does that mean? That means they have business, they have, companies, they have enterprise that they try to get to the media, to the social, to the community. And those are the people that really want to sell charities at a brand. And those people will tend to give you a lot easier than the people that, just stay at home, don't do anything, or they don't have anything to do with the the community and social. Be careful with this though, because a lot of these companies came to Build School Foundation and they kind of want us to PR for them, and they want us to say, hey, I give you money, I give you a donation here, but in return you need to make sure that I will be on TV, I will be on the news, I will be on some of your events, so I can take picture and video and I can go home and show the world that I'm doing good. We are not a PR firm. We're not a marketing firm. I'm very, very sensitive to all of this, and usually those people, I say no, because we're not a PR firm. If they want that, they go work with a PR firm. We want people really come to do charity with us because they want to serve the world, not to help themselves, right? So that's one thing that we borrow from Rotary International clubs, serving above self. And even we, our voluntary people, try to serve above self. None of us get paid. None of us gets any salary. Even when we travel, we have to pay with our own money because we don't abuse the donation people for our personal gain. So we have to understand that is the high calling when we say we are serving above self. And in return, the people that want to partner with us or want to work with us, they have to have that higher servant level that we want to work with. So be careful with the social responsibility folks that might using you as a marketing tool. We definitely don't want to work with that. But the people truly want to help, and we don't have any problem with honor them, because that's how we have to build school, leave a legacy. We will allow them to leave a legacy, but we filter them and make sure they truly want to do good for the world, not just a PR firm. So those are the three. And be careful with some of these folk, because some of these folk, when they see you, like Build School Foundation right now, have so much traction that a lot of people want to come and work with us, then will come to us and they want to use our name. And we filter those out really quickly, who really want to help the world and who just want to tag along with Build School Foundation, and we will eliminate those people quick and fast. So be very careful with the number 3 when you work with donor. Okay, we have to select the right donor. All right. So now let's go into detail one of these things. And here is the example of last month when I used Build School Foundation all about mission trip in Vietnam, in Cambodia, in the Philippines, to showcase 3,000 people in the audience at UCSD, that my school that I went to college, and I returned to that. They have a lot of money, so they have absolutely no problem. And this is the letter from the vice chancellor of the school that say, oh, in return for your 20 minutes, making a speech about these things on our AI conference here for Ontario, California, we will donate money, your honorarium, to Build School Foundation. Okay, and when they donate it, I can use that money to go build a school in Cambodia, Vietnam, or Philippines, or India, wherever I like. So this is something just happened in August. You can see just last month. You can see that, and we do this thing over and over and over. I use other skill that I have as an executive, and I will help all of these company conference event to do that. And this is something Dr. Kim Nguyen doing extremely well, because as a trainer, he really good with his speaking, he really good with training, and he leverages things, and he help Build School Foundation Vietnam chapter with that. You definitely can ask question, or if you have something about this specific question, you can use your comment and ask it, and I'm pretty sure Dr. Kim Wen would be more than happy to answer it for you. All right. So beside that, if we young, we don't have all of these, executive skill. How can we fundraise and help build school? I'm going to show you 5 cases here that I help children from 7 years old. First, Larry Anderson. He's 7 years old. He biked 101 miles in one summer. He raised 5,100 in 2 months, and he helped build a school in Sapa that we went and see last May. Okay, so this is something that if you're good with biking, you can say, hey, I'm going to bike 100 miles, 200 kilometers, whatever, and every mile I bike, would you give me $1 or $2? He set a goal of 5,000 and he raising fund over that thing within 2 months. And these are real people, real picture. That's from Larry Anderson here in San Diego. Another case I want to share with you is another boy that he came to me. Jay Mystery and his mom, Ha Mystery, is a major supporter of Build School Foundation. He's the boy with the bandana, with the yellow arrow right here. And he went hiking 16 miles, that means 25 kilometers with a couple of his friends with us in one day. Okay, at first he couldn't do it in one day, so he had to divide it into 3 days because that's 5 mountains that we climb. And for 11 years old and try to hike 25 miles in a day is not an easy task. So first time he broke it down in 3 days, but the second time he did it again with us, he did it in 1 day. And now he's a couple years older now too. He raised over $7,000 in 1 month, and we built a school in India with this effort. So this is only 11 years old. He loved hiking. He know that, founder Jimmy loved hiking, and he came to us with this idea. And I say, I hike with anybody, with any, mountain in any country, any day, anytime to raise fund. And that's exactly what we did with Jay Mystery. Only 11 years old, he started out. I think it's been a few years, and we did it again with him when he's 13. If you get older than 7 and 11 and you have skill, these are 2 high school students that really good with computer, and they develop apps. And they develop apps and they make money to build a school in Cambodia. This is Andrew Tran and Raven Yu. So when he came to us, they only 17 years old, and a year later, they now in college, and I believe they are second year college right now. They over $3,000 just in 2 months, just from their skill, teaching other people how to use computer, how to write app, how to develop app, and he donate money to us. These are the 2 that I can't wait to work with them again, because as an engineer, I really love the people using their knowledge of engineering and doing good. It doesn't have to be out there do a lot of things that belong to your right brain. Even people good with a left brain, they can do a lot of wonderful things too. So there's only 2 of them develop an apps online, and we use that money to build School Foundation. Okay, back to another wonderful 2 sisters, the Lee sisters in San Diego here. They really shy. So when their parents came to me and say they really want to help, but they shy, what can you train them? I say, how about set up a lemonade stand so they can make lemonade, they can make cookie, they can sell, and I can teach them how to have conversation with people and how to sell at the same time. I don't know if you notice this, but the Lee sisters are very shy. So even though with this, they make lemonade, they make beautiful sign, they paint beautiful poster, but they really in behind. And Jay and Lair, the biker and the mountain climber, these are the 2 in the front. When I do this, usually I want all the children coming together, so I have a chance to talk to them. So they go to the park in La Jolla. That's one of the very rich neighborhood in San Diego. Every summer, they sell lemonade. In the winter, they sell hot cocoa. They go out there, they sell, they raise fund $2, $3 from all of these homemade cookie and lemonade drink, and they raise over $2,200 within a month, so we can donate that to other students in Laos. So those are, we provide for scholarship to Hmong students in Laos just based on the the selling lemonade and cookie from these 2 sisters. Right. I have the pleasure of working with 2 young boys again in Vietnam, and these are the ones that we help them get out of their shyness too. The older one now is in college, and the younger one probably get in college pretty soon too. They set a goal with me, and I say, what skill do you have? So they talk about making t-shirts and all of these things, and I can see that, that not going to fly in the 2 months that we train together, and I coaching them, and they end up making baking cookie, ask for donation, and try to print t-shirts. So even when they fail in making t-shirt, they still learn a lot that making t-shirt and sell for charity is not something that you can do quickly within 2 months, right? We definitely can do t-shirt and sell, but design t-shirt and make t-shirt and sell, that takes too much time. But I think they learn a lot in the process. And the older brother even went to Cambodia with us in 2022, I believe. Too many trips, too many kids, I can't remember more. And you notice it, beside me and Lily, Dr. Kim went with us on that trip too. The children of Cambodia have a very, very special place in my heart, just because they have to live in the boat and they have to, paddle to school. This is the school that we help build, and they have to be on the boat to paddle to school. So their story is very touching and very easy to sell to people. All right, so those are the skills that you can use to do fundraise. So that's the first topic that I really want to share with all of you. The second topic that I'm going to touch base right now is about personal story. How can you personal story? So Ngọc Huyền story, this is a story that really resonated with me last month when somebody, a dentist from America, went back to Huế and tried to do a cleft lip repair. Cleft lips, for those of you that don't know, that were a lot of children born with the deformity in their upper lips, right? And since she had like 5-6 surgery from all of these, organizations come back and try to do good, they really left a lot of scars on her face. And they say what her face looked like even after 5 or 6 surgeries. So you can imagine what it used to look like before that. But what fascinated with me is not because she had cleft lip, because there are millions of children in the world and Vietnam have cleft lip. That's not special. The special thing is that she's not shining. She's still last year in college now. She's telling us that she really become a math teacher because she wants to share her story with all the disadvantaged children, with all the disability, with all the children that feel that, oh, I'm deformed, so therefore I cannot be out there to help the world. No, she said, I want to go to college, I want to graduate, I want to become a math teacher, and I want to tell my story so all the children that have all of this deformity or disadvantage like me will have a role model so they can go and be better and still can contribute to society. Those are the stories that touch me the most, because if you say you poor, not enough, but you say I'm poor, but I'm not going to let all of these, the poverty to hold me down. I'm going to break this circle of poverty and I'm going to do good. Those are the uplifting story that we want to promote. And you can see that when I share her stories, on my live stream when I hiking, and I say I really need 5,000 because I have a lot of people similar to this. Within a matter of 10 days, I can have $1,500 rolling in, right? And I have people say, I want to sponsor one scholarship, I want to sponsor one scholarship at 500, and a lot of people say, okay, I cannot sponsor the whole thing, but I can give 100, 200, those, and some people can say I give $10, save $25. The reason I list all of these amounts right here to just telling you, it does not have to be $500. It does not have to be $5,000. Even $10, $20, whatever the amount, even $1 or $2, it can make the difference. But the key is that you need to be able to tell a good story. Okay. All right, so that's the second S that I want to share with you. There's the good story there. And the last one is that the social responsibility donor. Why this is important? Because when we do charity, but we need to be very smart. So the golden rule that I'm going to share with you, this secret, when you go ask for donation, it's very important to know who to ask, because the people that give you the first time, only 20% of them will come back and give you again. But if you ask somebody that give you 2 times, they already give you the second time, the chance that they return and give you is 62%, so more than 3 times. So this is extremely important in charitable giving, because I can have good example like Ha Mystery, right? The mother of Jay Mystery. She donates to us multiple times, and I guarantee you she will donate to Bill School Foundation all the time, just because when she passed the second time, that means they believe in your mission and they become a long-term donor. If you ask her, she will donate a lot easier than you ask a stranger that you have only 1 or 2%, or if people give you 1, you only have 20% chance that they give to you again. Another example of this is International Rotary Encinitas. Encinitas Rotary give money to Bill School Foundation at least every year. So even after like 8 years working, 7 years working together, they give us 7, 8 projects already, and I never have the problem asking them to sponsor a project. And I'm working with them right now to sponsor, a project for Lagina School with the Sir Hajalan right there, right? The second thing that you have to think about when you ask for donation and you do fundraising, you gotta be the one giving first, right? For this 10 scholarship, I give 2 scholarship, my wife Lily give a scholarship, and when you go and say that I asking for donation and I'm the first one to give, it makes your story more believable and people believe in your cause, right? It's not uncommon for a lot of people to say, oh, you know what, I do a lot of this on my spare time, I don't have money. It's not about the amount that you give. It's not like, oh, everybody give 5,000 or 500, or 100. No, if you have a campaign, say, okay, I want everybody to give up a cup of coffee, because when you give a cup of coffee, $1, $2, $3, you can donate. You need to be the one that give up the first cup of coffee, because you have to show people this is something everybody can do, including myself. Because if you tell people give up a cup of coffee and you don't, then nobody is going to believe you and your fundraising will become a disaster, right? So that's why you have to be able to be a good role model. You don't just tell people what to do or ask people. You got to show them you are the first one to do. So when I run give up one of your Starbucks coffee, I gotta be able to fight. I don't drink coffee, obviously that the case. I don't drink coffee, so I'm not gonna give up Starbucks. But what I'm gonna give up, I give up other things that I might enjoy, and I give up. I say, okay, I'm gonna give up this, I give up that. So people will say, oh, he or she really do what they ask us to do. Therefore, they will believe you a lot better. Okay. And a couple last things that you have to be very smart when you go ask people for donation. You got to put people on the spot. Yesterday is a really good example. I do hiking the day before. I do hiking, and that's one of our supporters. She hiking with us, and she gave money to scholarship before. So I know that if I ask her, I have a very high chance, because we're using the 62% return here, right? So I put her on the right spot when I live stream, and I say, I heard that you just got a new car. I heard that you plan to go on the vacation. How about donate to, this scholarship fund? And, we were looking for like 2, 3 more scholarships. And I put on a spot. I said, like, I have 4 scholarships that I need. How many would you sponsor? And will you sponsor 4? Of course, she not sponsor 4. And she said, okay, I sponsor 1. So just asking like that, I got $500 for 1 scholarship just right on the spot. Okay, that's the first question that I want you to remember. Put people on the spot. Ask them. The one that keep telling you, oh, you're doing so good and I really want to help you. I think you should do this, I should do that. Go tell those people, I'm doing fundraising. How are you going to help me? What can you help me right now? Don't just telling me that do this, do that. And that's our words, right? To me, those are not meaningless. Those are not really meaningless. But if you are telling me that, oh, you like what I'm doing, you really believe what I'm doing, I should do this, I should do that, I'm doing fundraising right now, show me, just don't tell me. So put people on the spot, go back to people, say how wonderful you are, tell them to donate. All right, know the 3 to 1 rule. Usually you have to ask people 3 times before they say yes. That's the minimum. 3 to 1 rule. Okay, you ask 3 times before they say yes. The first time they may be too busy. The second time they may be too busy. The third time then they have a good chance to come back and say, okay, or they just tired, keep listening to you. Be aware of donor fatigue. This is something very important. If everybody keep coming, ask people for donation, and you do the same, they will feel tired. You have to give them a break. You got to ask. I never do fundraise more than 1 or twice a year. The 5K walk is a signature fundraise for Build School Foundation. I do once a year, or sometimes 2-3 years before I do a fundraise. Okay. Otherwise, people tired. Okay. But the important thing is that when, like last time when I went and give a talk, and then one of the audience, saw my talk, send a message to one of my friends up in Orange County and say, oh, last week I met Jimmy when he gave the talk at UCSD. I love him so much. He's such a wonderful, human being. And I got this text from my friends up in Orange County. I went to her event, and, I went over there and I talked to her, and then we can potentially collaborate in other projects. And I'm pretty sure that, we can ask her to donate to Build School Foundation, or we can partner with her. She also, run a lot of charity projects in Central Vietnam. So those are the things that I just want you to be fully aware, some of the rules, some of the tricks that you can help your fundraising a lot better. Okay. If you want more information, you can always go to our YouTube channel. This is advertising. We don't sell anything. We don't do anything. I'm going to rebrand this thing as a charity, university, and I'm going to use a lot of the skill I have, and I'm going to make video like this, how to do something, how to fundraise, how to organize a walk, how to build a school, how to do all of these things. And this is the YouTube channel that if you like what you want to learn from us, go and share this, and take all of the questions and all the things that you have. And that's pretty much all I have to share with all of you today. And for now, I'm going to stop using the PowerPoint, and I'm going to ask, we go into the Q&A, and we will ask people to help us with this. I'm going to leave it with this. Okay, so with that, any other question from anybody or him? Have you monitored the live stream and see any question that we can start sharing with people?
I can see right now, I see one question for
Okay.
you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to say in English or in Vietnamese?
You
Or
can
the same.
do, why don't you do both?
So all right, so I speak in Vietnamese first. Dạ thưa thầy, làm thế nào để tăng số lượng người donate lần thứ hai để từ đó có khả năng tiếp tục donate, tức là làm sao để mình thuyết phục được cái người mạnh thường quân họ donate thêm lần thứ hai để rồi mình có cái khả năng tăng lần sau từ cái golden rule.
Okay.
So the question okay. All right.
Go ahead. So let me capture the question. The question is that how can we improve, how we can increase the people that donate the second time, right? So increase the people the second time, you go to ask the people that donate the first time. It's not that hard. People that give you the first time, that will be the people have higher chance. That's a 20%. Remember, you ask people that never give to you before, the chance you get donation from them only 1 or 2%. But even the second time, it's already jumped to 20%, a lot higher, right? And they say that in business, you want to seal the deal. Kim Nguyen, you should know this. How many touch do you need to touch somebody before they decide to do business with you in general, in sales? 7 touch.
7 times.
7 touch, 7 times, right? So sometimes you go ask for once, and then you run to me and say, oh, they say no. Go ask again. The second time, they say no. You run to me and say, oh, they say no. Go ask again. Because in business, 7 touch, that's the rule of thumb, 7. When I say 3, that's the people already know you. The people don't know you, 7 times. So if you send 7 letters, you might get the response. When people come and ask me to have a meeting with me, I never say yes the first time. I wait at least 3 times, see if they come back or not. Even the people that ask me to help them build school, the first time I would delete that email. The second time I would delete that email. The third time that I see that, then now I start paying attention. Because these are people truly want help, but people really consistent, right? Consistency is the secret word that we did not share, but that the consistency is the secret when you do fundraising and charity. You cannot just do one and expect people. So to get back to Kim's question, you need to go back to people, give you, and ask the first time, and knowing that you have 20% chance to increase it to be a second, and they are second, you have 62% they come back to be the third, and if they're the third, I guarantee you have more than 90% that will do business with you. Before the first time you need to ask a lot, and the second time come back to the people who give you first. In parallel, ask them to send you who are the friends that you think can help us, because when their friend refer you, you have a higher chance than you go just ask them, when you don't and nobody know you. Kim Win, you probably have a lot of experience in this too. You can help chime in with this answer as well.
Exactly, what you said. We touched 7 times because my major is about training, so I do whenever I have training class and I meet them again, and I also spread the message that I'm going to build a school in here, in here, in here, and in here, and I'm going to build a school in here and in here and in here again, and I finish that in all about a story. And when do a training, I reconfirm that I'm going to build a school and raise the fund to build a school for People's Foundation to reach up 100 school all the time when they're on the spot, when they're on the Zoom or when they're live stream. We offline, we online, and Jin Le and Le Lương, he always join my class, as you know that. I always talk about it. Yeah.
So again, consistency, 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 right? We go and we talk about we build school, we build school. We don't build anything else, right? We don't go, we build school, we build bridges, we build toilet, we build, solar system, we build anything related to school. But there's many people come and ask us, hey, are you build house for poor people? No, we don't. There's other people houses. We can refer you to those organizations. Do you go to the hospital and feed people? No, we don't. Not because we don't have compassionate, we not that we don't care about the people that get sick in the hospital, but that's not our mission. That's not our charter. There's other people doing that thing. Oh, I got called every day after the Yagi of Typhoon hit Vietnam. Oh, there's so many people get hurt. Are you doing a fundraiser? No, we don't, because it have nothing to do with rescue people, feeding people. It's not something I know how to do well. I let other people do. I say they're the Red Cross. There is organization in Vietnam doing it. You go and donate to that people, but don't give me money and ask me to do that, because that's not my expertise. And if I do that, I will not do well. I will waste a lot of resources. I waste a lot of time, and it take my time away from building school. So I'm gonna stick to my what I'm do best, which is build school, and I build more school. And that very, very clear in the way that we do chair. Okay? All right. Other question. I want to listen from Sir Hajalan. What kind of question that you want to understand, or you want to ask? Because I know that I challenge you to go and fundraise 50% for all the project from Laguna School. What kind of challenges you have that I can help answer for you here?
I think it's good evening here from the Philippines, Sir Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the challenges that we usually, or maybe that I have in mind for the foundation is their consistency as well in helping the school. Build the School Foundation has helped Laguna and Integrated School construct a lot of projects already. I think one of the challenges is putting projects on the same school. I think for donors, do they have any what do you call this questions? Why is it on the same school? But in our end, I think one of the biggest challenges is how to meet the other 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have, how to meet the other 50%. But in our end, what we do is we build partnership
Hmm.
locally with the uh, one of our biggest partners is first is our municipal mayor. Next is our local leaders,
Hmm.
and of course the parents of the school. And through that, we were able to meet the other 50%. And I think meeting the other 50%, it's a challenge. However, we were able to overcome it under the principle of playing the role of a partner.
Hmm.
We don't just want to receive from our partners. Rather, um, we wanted to do something. Before we lay down to them our plans or what we need, we made sure at the same time that we already have some of it. So we just need something from our partners to complete it, something like that. So, in your end, I think my question is, um, do you face challenges in raising funds lately? For us, especially for countries in Asia, and the donors, our sponsors are from from, I mean, these are people that doesn't know us. So how do you try to convince them to help people whom they do not know? I think that's an interesting question for us.
Okay. Um, yes, I think sometimes I do need to understand that I cannot go to Vietnamese people and ask for donation to build a school in the Philippines, right? Because the Vietnamese people will say, I want to help Vietnamese people first. So understand that everybody have a national prize. So you have to be smart. I will take your project to a Rotary club, no problem, because Rotary is an international club. They will not care about Vietnam, Cambodia, even though I do have one gentleman keep telling me, why you live in Vietnam? Why you live in Vietnam? I just want you to do nothing with Vietnam. But I say I built 100 projects in Vietnam already. There's other countries need a lot of help right now after 8 years. I see the Philippines needs a lot of help. I see Cambodia needs a lot of help. I see Africa needs a lot of help. I cannot just stay in Vietnam. But he consistently, but now after I'm doing really well and I'm not neglect Vietnam, and he understands that I'm capable of doing all this. He just worried that I spread myself too thin. He knows how hard I work from morning to midnight, so he concerned that I will not do a good job. But now he see how effective I do the work. I just take the model from Vietnam and I multiply everywhere else, and we work exactly the same, right? Because we find good local leader like you, we got good local leader like Dr. Kim Nguyen, and we got find good local leader like Sipman and Pastor, Sokhan. I don't have any worry, right? So my job is just try to convince that I'm still doing a good job here. But the challenge is that if I take your project and go ask for donor from smaller people, individual, if I ask the Filipino Americans, I might have a better chance than go just ask for Vietnamese Americans. So at the fundraiser, I gotta understand that part, right? I have a lot of people trust our mission and our charity completely, and they say, "Oh, wherever you want to go build, we okay with that because we know you will do a good job." So there's people that have that thought process, but there are people specifically just want the money go to Vietnam. So you got to learn how to balance the desire from your donor. So when you go ask, if you target Filipino American community here on Facebook, if you target, your just like your school leadership, your local leadership, you have a higher chance. So that's the part that I facing the same thing, you face the same thing, and and that's the reason why we have these how-to session because we can learn and share from each other. But I do believe what you're doing is great because you can get the 50% matching from your side. There's a lot of countries that not even come near to that, right? Cambodia and India is the two countries that extremely hard to fundraise from the local because they just don't have enough to give. Cambodia is one of the example that the parents, some of them only give like 40 cents. That's all they can afford to give. And sometimes we as the leader or decision maker, we have to understand that is the situation, and we have to find a way to help them more. But be consistent, be patient, and keep working with the logo. And sometimes, like I said, you have to ask 7 times before people say yes. I hope I answered your question, Sir Hajalan. All right, Kim Wen, what are the questions that we have?
The other question is that how can we don't be shy to contact or touch with the donor so many times? Don't get shy. Tiếng Việt là thầy ơi làm sao để con không có bị xấu hổ, không bị ngại khi mà con phải kêu gọi cho cái người đó quá nhiều lần.
Yeah. So, how can you overcome shyness, or in Vietnamese they have the term we call mặt dày, that means thick skin, right? You got to think about why you're doing this. Yeah, we're not doing this because we're doing this to make ourselves look good. People that shy when they come to ask for donation, people shy, and that's not uncommon. At first, when I go ask for donation, I mean, right now, even Madam Lily does not like to go ask for donation. She still feel like, hey, I'd rather go work and use my time to make money and use money to donate a lot faster, a lot easier. But to me, I have no problem asking for, first of all, as a process, you got to learn to take rejection. That's just typical, right? You're dating somebody who rejected you, you go ask for donation, people rejected you, you apply for a job, people rejected you. Rejection is just a part of life. The more you do, the thicker skin you have, and you get used to it. And your message would be better to ask too, right? At first you say, oh, donate to me to build school. People will say no. Oh, donate to me to build school. They say no. But say, hey, look, this little kid's about to die and they still find a way to go to school. And how can you say no to this story? You will have to change your story. So my first question is that learn to develop a thick skin. And you only can do that when your passion, your heart, your caring for these children is a lot bigger than your face. If you so care about your face or your prize, you not have the maturity to do fundraising yet, right? You have to have the compassion. I have absolutely no problem to go ask, and I have no problem to take rejection, because I'm not asking money for myself. I'm asking money to go serve the world, right? And you cannot solve the world problem with your own resources. You have to use the community resources to solve community problems. That's the message that I firmly believe, right? And beside that, when you go ask people, they say no to you. They say no. You have to have the compassion and understand. Maybe they in the tough time and they're not at the state that they can give you the money. So you have to understand. Sometimes people say no. It doesn't matter what kind of car they drive. It doesn't matter what clothes they wear. No matter what phone they use. Sometimes people just try to have the image and they invest a lot of these fancy items or material, like, but they might not have a lot of money in the bank to give. So that's something I always aware, and I never feel rejected when people say no to me. So develop that thick skin is definitely something only come from the compassionate heart that you have to serve the people and for your cause. And that's the reason why, like Kim Win, he stick with me for what, 8 years now, Kim, 9, almost going 10, because he believed in the mission and he believed why he doing this thing. And for other people, after 2-3 years, they already gone. Some people after 2-3 months, they're already gone because they just think, oh, we're doing this just for the fab, which is fun to do. But no, what we do is not fun. What we do is a lot of work. This is something I dedicate my life to do, and we just want people. And I fully understand people might come for 3 months, people come for 3 years, people might come for 30 years. I fully understand that as well. So when people leaving the organization or people walk away, I don't feel hurt. I don't feel bad because I just understand it will happen, right? So those are the things that, as the leaders, you have to train yourself for all of this situation. Any comment, any input, any experience from your own that you can share, Kim, about develop thick skin?
At the very beginning, I have that kind of question, but and then when I do some training and Pacific, when I saw my own eye, when I travel to rural area to see in my own eye about the children. I also go with Timmy to travel into the very south in Vietnam and drop the press and then fall down. And then I figure out that asking for donation is more easy for the children who want to cross the press and go to the school. So that's the reason that I bring that story to every training. I bring every of my story when I travel to rural area to call for donation. So I just share story and I get a donation. And from many years, and I feel no shy anymore, and I feel proud to call for donation to build a small foundation to get small call, to get a small school. So that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I firmly believe in experience, go it, get the real footage, share with people, and just get ready for rejection, knowing that part of the process. Okay, I'm gonna have Chuyên Lê here. She's one of the three Lee sisters that try to fundraise 5,000 to build a school. And this is the third year that they support and build school foundation with all the youth and students from Hanoi and Vietnam in general. Definitely they facing some difficulties now because after the typhoon, it's really hard for them to go ask for donation. So she has the question that I definitely want to listen to, and I will answer her question and show how we can circumvent the the challenge that she faced. Okay, go ahead con. Con có thể nói tiếng Việt hoặc tiếng Anh. You can speak Vietnamese or English con, and then we can translate.
Con đấy thì con là mọi người có nghe thấy con nói không?
Chưa có nghe được tại cái gió, cái fan nó thổi cái giọng của con á. So make sure you stay close to the microphone.
Con
So you can stick with another question. Okay, got it.
Okay, you bet.
Con có 3 câu hỏi. Câu hỏi thứ nhất đó là ở Việt Nam thì hiện tại là đang gánh chịu 2 cơn bão, một là cơn bão Yagi vừa đổ bộ về miền Bắc và hiện tại là đang có cơn bão số 4 đổ vào miền Trung. Thì những cái hậu quả mà cơn bão gây ra thì nó rất là đau thương, và trong cái tình trạng hiện tại thì làm thế nào mình có thể kết hợp song song giữa cái việc đó là mình khắc phục hậu quả sau cơn bão cho người dân, đồng thời thì mình có thể đi kêu gọi đôn để xây trường, kết hợp giữa, tại vì là mình đi kêu gọi ở trên miền núi thì trên miền núi nó cũng có những cái tổn thất nặng nề do cơn bão để lại, và ở trường học các em thì cũng thế, thì mình sẽ đẩy nhanh cái tiến trình đó là mình đi kêu gọi xây trường và làm thế nào để kết hợp song song hai cái đó. Và đó là câu hỏi thứ nhất. Câu hỏi thứ hai đó là về các thành viên trong team. Thì trong cái quá trình hoạt động con thấy là có vẻ như là cái cơn bão đi qua thì đã để lại những cái hậu quả rất là, và có thể là trong số thành viên trong team thì có gia đình có gánh chịu những cái hậu quả đó, và chính bản thân con thì cũng vậy. Con cảm thấy là cái tinh thần của các bạn đã đi xuống rất là nhiều, và làm thế nào để có thể hút cái tinh thần đó lên và giữ lửa cho các bạn để các bạn có thể tiếp tục đồng hành và tiếp gây quỹ cho hành trình. Câu hỏi thứ ba nó là về truyền thông. Ờ, như thầy có nói trước đó là về cái việc đó là mình sẽ có những cái story về truyền cảm hứng, về các thước phim, và làm thế nào để có thể tăng cái độ tương tác nó lên, cái độ hiện diện của nó lên và cái độ uy tín của nó lên. Thì khi mà con đi kêu gọi thì sẽ có một số người họ chưa biết về cái hành trình mình và họ có thể như là không tin tưởng vào cái hành trình. Bên cạnh đó thì có vẻ như là làm cách nào để có thể thuyết phục họ là mình đi làm cái này là chính đáng, mình đi xây trường cho các em và cái mục đích này là mục đích thiện nguyện, và mình không vì một cái lý do cá nhân nào mà cái này cho cộng. Và con xin.
Okay, all right. So the three questions that Juying asked, first of all, is the typhoon in Vietnam. I'm translating to English so for our non-Vietnamese speaker community can understand. And I'm going to buy some time because I'm probably going to ask him to answer some of these questions as well. And Hajalan, if you want to chime in based on your experience, definitely would be some useful that we can share. But first of all, how to balance the need for emergency disaster rescue with build school seem to be a little bit far-fetched right now. People say, hey, people hungry, people dying from floods. Why do I care about school, right? And second is her team members. She have a group of young people working a team, and some of them affected by this Typhoon Yagi, either from the north or now another typhoon hurricane hitting the central Vietnam every year, and their spirits is down. How can we uplift their spirit up, keep that fire going in to serve? And the third thing is that a community communication and PR. There's a lot of distrust, or there's a lot of, hey, I don't know you, I don't trust you. How do I know I give money to you? You will do the right thing to build school. Or there's a lot of fake news in Vietnam. There's a lot of scam. So, those are the three questions. I think the first thing is I really want to bring it up already is that you need to tell a better story that, okay, I understand there are people hungry, there are people, drowning, there are people dying. We need to save all of that. But when all of that done, the next step is rebuild all of these schools. So we just be ready for that. So for the people that we need to explain, we say we need to be ready to rebuild because these children, we need school, these children, we need supplies. This school get damaged, we need money to prepare. And that's exactly what we do. So tell them exactly why we're doing this, because we get ready for the phase 2 of the rebuild process. That's the first part. The second part about your team spirit that down, because that's very natural, right? Very natural for people to feel that, oh, there's so many things going on, especially the one that got affected. So you might need to redirect your effort to help some of these um, family or school or with the classroom or whatnot. We might need to help them directly, because why do we need to go build a school in somewhere else that does not need help right away compared to somebody that really know a school or a project or something really got damaged? So ask these friends or these members, do you know the school that really need help that we can divert our effort to go help right now, right? We don't have to stick to the project 160 we picked in the location that not get damaged by the hurricane or by the typhoon. We can redirect our effort to go do that, right? So that's the thing that we can be flexible in the way that we do charity. We don't just fix to one school or we sell at this school. That's the reason why I don't like to say, oh, I'm fundraising for this project, because I lock myself into that project, and when I change project, now I have to go tell the people. But then I say I fundraise for this foundation and we do all of these all over this country, then I have the flexibility to redirect the fund when needed, right? Of course, if the donor say, I just want to give you the money to go do this school in Hoàng Su Phi, then you need to make sure before you change, you need to ask for them. But if you don't have that, then you don't need to, right? So need to be flexible to help some of the location, school, or even some of your team member to go through this difficult time. Understand that, if we don't have any damages or we don't have any impact, we are lucky. But there are many people not lucky. So we got to make sure we understand the human factor into this. That's first thing. And also on the second part, keep the fire going. We only select team members that really want to do good, and team members that want to do good, they will not have their spirit low in this difficult time, because they should have the spirit even fire up and say, oh, we really need to go help. If the one say, oh, this now I'm too busy, or it's not fun anymore because the road is hard to go, or the raining and make it difficult, those are not the team member that I really want you to spend time and effort to build up, because that's a waste of time, because those people, they come to us for the wrong reason, and the people come to us for the wrong reason, we don't need them. So that's the thing that we have to be smart to filter out who are the core member and who are the one just want to go to have fun and be with you in a good time, but the bad time they just don't want to do it. But the one that got impacted, the one that feel down, understand the psychology, understand the emotion, help them get through that, and that should not be something that we neglect. The last part about communication, PR tells the story. That's why it's very important to you come back and the people already donate to you or will give you, and from there build the relationship and build the donor base from there. Go ask the stranger. Of course, they will say, I don't know you. Will be a lot harder. I don't know if you really do this thing or not, but you go back to the people who donate. You already done this year, third year. Look at the donor on first year and the second year. Have you come back and asked this donor? Have you come back and send information to this donor, right? I saw a lot of activity that you post on Facebook. It's not very effective because these are the people that you try to touch the first time. I would say go back to the people that on the list that give you the first year, the second year, and ask those people, and you will have a better chance because those people know you. Those people know him, those people know me, so your chance of them to give to you a lot higher than the people that you ask on the street. Okay, so those are some of the things that I definitely want to share with you. And I saw something from, it does Kim say that we have a couple more questions. I want to make sure that I have time. Okay, Kim, anything that you want to share or any other question that you want to answer?
Thầy nghĩ thầy chia sẻ ok rồi, bây giờ mình còn một cái câu hỏi, hai cái câu hỏi nữa, chắc là thầy trả lời luôn hả thầy ha?
Sure. And we
Okay,
need to wrap up because it's about 8 o'clock already by time.
alright, I going to speak nguyên văn ha.
Okay.
Hiện tại các điểm trường đang gây quỹ lại không ảnh hưởng bởi cơn bão là quá nhiều. Và câu hỏi đặt ra là tại sao tôi phải donate cho các bạn chứ không phải là các điểm trường ở Lào Cai, Yên Bái. Lào Cai, Yên Bái là các tỉnh ở phía Bắc, các tỉnh Nam Bình Triệu.
Yep.
Và hơi mâu thuẫn, nhưng làm sao để thu hút và kêu gọi mạnh thường quân cho những cái điểm trường không bị bão?
I think we answered these questions. So how can we ask people to donate for the school that not impacted by the hurricane or by the typhoon while other schools got impacted? And that exactly the point number 2 that I say we need to be flexible. And that's the part that I already say we don't have to fix to the school in Hoàng Su Phi 160 that we located. Because if the school is not priority right now, keep that school aside and go help the school. And that's exactly why I advise people, hey, there's a school in Yên Bái, there's a school in Lào Cai, there's a school in Lạng Sơn or whatever. We built school in these places before. Go back and ask those schools, do you have any damage? Do you need any help? Right? So that's the part that we do charity with intelligence. We do charity with insight. We don't have to do charity with the fixed mind that, oh, I'm only doing this. So to answer that question, we will redirect our fundraising or the hành trình rèn luyện, the season 3. You can redirect your effort. And yeah, don't go ask for the school that not impact. You're not doing things that smartly. Redirect and say, we supposed to do this, but now we redirect to go do this. And you have the funding, you have the resources, and you have the ability to change that. And all you have to do is just ask for my opinion, ask for Thầy Kim's opinion, and we guarantee we will say yes to you and redirect to the school that needs help. Be smart. And yeah, we don't ask people to do anything that people don't really want to do. We're not going to ask them to keep go donate to Hoàng Su Phi school that have no impact while their other school in Yên Bái, Lào Cai are impacting. Right? So those are the key messages I really want you to remember. Okay. Did we answer that question, Kim?
It's okay. It's okay. I will going to translate to you later.
Okay.
Chắc là hết. Bây giờ là chắc là hết câu hỏi rồi thầy ơi.
Okay. All right. So I think the time is up to, it's 8 o'clock. I do have to jump on another call. So I just want everybody to understand that, we are here to help you. I see the list of more things that might come. But if you want more information from us, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to these things or watch this video and ask comment and question. We're not trying to promote our video or our YouTube. That's not the purpose. The purpose is just want to push the information out there and see how we can help you to, make a difference in the project that you try to do or anything that you try to do. Okay, with that, I'm going to ask all of my partner here on the call any last minute thought or thing that they want to say. Dr. Kim Win, anything you want to say with our fans before we sign off?
Uh, Thank you for your listening, and we welcome your question specifically is that how can we ride the fun after many of the suffer that we have had been through because focus on our mission and build school foundation, and I hope you can like, share, donate, and be with us later in the next live stream. Okay, thank you.
Well said, well said, well said. Okay, Sir Hajalan, I know it's 11 o'clock in the Philippines. Really appreciate you. Anything you want to share? Anything that you want to speak up to our audience here?
So yes, once again, good evening here from the Philippines. All the way from the Philippines, we would like to express our gratitude to all the supporters and donors of Build the School Foundation. And we are so grateful, of course, to Sir Jimmy Tai for helping us out and for meeting and addressing the needs of our school to construct facilities to better the education of our students in Laguna Integrated School, the school in the sky. One of the farthest school here in Mindanao, Philippines. We hope to see you soon back here in the Philippines.
Love, 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 love all your students and all your teachers. Wonderful people. Thank you. Well said. Okay, Chuyên Lê, anything, any question, any last thought from you before we sign it out? Con có cái ý kiến, câu hỏi hay có cái kêu gọi gì không? Thì con cái việc
Con nghĩ là sau cái buổi ngày hôm nay con sẽ xem lại và nếu có câu hỏi hay là những ý kiến tiếp theo thì con sẽ comment trên YouTube.
Okay, all right. With that, thank you very much, everybody. Hearts up for all the people that suffer from all these, nature disaster, whatnot. Our heart out to you, and for all the donor out there. Build School Foundation cannot be where we are without you. So, continue to like us, supporting us, and yeah, we will do the right thing for everybody. With that, our team is out. Everybody in Asia, Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia, India, have a good night. And for folks in America,